this survey being done as a statewide survey for nurses and put on the record by the Kentucky Nurses Association. This is the first time we've ever done anything like this. This is the one that says, I have personally experienced this type of workplace violence. Bitten, choked, grabbed, pulled, hair pulled, harassed with sexual innuendos, hit by a punch, hit by thrown objects, kicked, pinched, pushed, shoved, scratched, sexually assaulted, spit on, voided on purposefully, called names, harassed with sexual innuendos, threatened with legal harm, threatened with physical harm, sworn, cursed at, yelled, shouted at, verbally intimidated, and other. And then on the other, there's quite a list as well. Nurses want help, and nurses want to help other nurses. You know, if I know that there's a problem and I don't say anything about it, then I'm part of the problem. But if I do say something, then I get to be part of the solution. And that's a common thought of nurses, is that I want to be part of the solution. What needs to change the most is nurses need to start reporting it. Organizations need to have a process for accepting the reports and a response, and developing processes to protect nurses, not only from violent offenders who may be patients or family members or even other nurses, but that we design a process that protects nurses, allows and supports reporting. And then how do we support nurses after they've had an activity like this, that something has happened to them? How do we support them so that they can recover and go back to caring for patients and families? I don't think it's a hospital situation. I think it's a situation wherever any nurse works. It's not, now the survey, the people who responded to our survey, many of them did work in acute care settings, but there are nurses in so many other settings. I mean, I'm a nurse and I don't work in a hospital, and I've experienced workplace violence, not here in this setting, but in my career I certainly have. And so I really think if we could stay focused on practice settings for nurses and not be really focusing on hospitals. When you think about it, only 30% of the nurses in the state of Kentucky work in a hospital. So where are those other nurses? And so we have to think about where they work and what types of things are happening to them.